Hello. It is earlier than I was expecting because I didn't end up having to go to my second job, which I had thought I would. So it's about 5:30 now and it's so nice. Let me tell you, obviously it's been a nicer day today anyway. It was 17 degrees and sunny, that's abnormal for February. But just the light when you finish work. I was walking home thinking, very, very soon. In fact, even today, I could go for a run after work. I'm not going today because I am going to meet my cousin in about half an hour, but I do think we're getting to that point where the evenings are getting a bit longer, which is nice. And there was the most gorgeous sunset as I was walking home as well, so that made me very happy. Work today was really good. It flew by and there was a really good balance of having things to do and then also having time to myself. It was really good. But I've decided I want to do my changeover from my winter to my summer clothes, ideally in the next few days. Wayne is off tomorrow, so I'm going to put all my reasonably dirty laundry or anything that's been worn slightly that is wintry into the laundry, including my pajamas, so that hopefully by Thursday night everything will be clean and I can pack it away and properly do the swap. But because of that, I need to be very careful with what I'm going to wear in the next couple of days, which needs to be items that I can wear both in summer and winter. Hence why I'm wearing this jumper. And this morning, while I was trying to pick out what I was going to wear today, I did start pulling out some items that I know will definitely go away in the winter. Clothes that are already clean. So I might continue to do that for the next half hour before I need to go, or I might just chill. We'll see. But at least we're getting started on it. I also want to make sure that everything's in the laundry that needs to be because Wayne's going to do it tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's all. I'm very warm, so I might take off or change the layers I'm wearing. And then I'll go and see my cousin. And then I will have a fairly chill evening, I think. Wayne told me he had some leftovers from the other night, which includes sausages and chips. I don't think I'm going to have the sausages, but I will have the chips. And I'm going to have egg on toast again, because I had that yesterday and it really was good. But I have just seen that I also need to do the dishes. Anyway, that's the update. I'll see you in a bit. Hello, as you might have seen, I had a bit more time than I was expecting, so I was able to get pretty much all of my winter clothes sorted and sorted. Did I say sorted? I did. But that was really good. And then I went to meet my cousin and it was so nice. It was so nice to chat. And also it was so nice because there was a time limit on how long the cafe was open for. And it was just the perfect length of time, I think. I think it was 2 hours or so that I was there, and then they sort of kicked us out, and then we did just finish the conversation outside. But I like that there's a time limit on that. But to be fair, I think she was ready to go as well. It really worked out well. And the air outside is so nice. It's a summer evening, even though it's a bit cooler than a summer evening. It's got that feel to it. So that's nice. My battery's about to die, so I'm gonna leave it here. But overall, a really lovely evening. Yay! This is our supper. Wayne's is still coming. We had some leftover chips, and then we've got some fake meat and peppers, and then I made garlic bread, and I hope it tastes good. I think it's a little bit overdone, but I hope it'll taste good. Yay! Hello. I've come back from work much earlier than I was expecting, which is great. I've just popped this on as a layer before I get changed for Shabbat. But I'm going to try and get started on my changeover from my winter to my summer clothes. This is a big project. I might not get it all done before Shabbat, but then I can get back to it tonight or tomorrow. You just won't be able to watch. But I have already sorted, I think I mentioned this the other day, I've tried to already sort my cupboard into items that I want to get rid of and items I want to keep. We'll go through it again. I also want to look at what I've got for the summer stuff and see what I need, where I need to fill gaps. But yeah, we're just going to get started. We're going to do it on the bed. I'm going to pop you on this tripod. It might shake a little bit. I'm sorry about that. But let's go. I think it's a long task. Maybe it won't take me as long as I expect. Let me check the time now and I'll let you know how long the whole process is. If I get it done, obviously, before Shabbat comes in. Okay, it's 2:45. Let's see how long this takes. Shabbat comes in at 5:15-ish, so we do have a fair amount of time, which is great. Let's go. It's 3:10, so it's been just under half an hour. And what I've done for now, I figured to at least give myself some space to put away the winter stuff, is I've just dumped all my summer clothes in the cupboard. I haven't done it in any organisation or anything at all. It needs to be sorted at another point in time, but it gives me the bed free to then deal with this massive pile. I've got my purple case, which I can use for all of it, but then I do also have some space in this underbed storage, or the various underbed storages that we've got. So I think it'll be okay. I was worried when I did it, 6 months ago, because winter gear is bulkier, obviously, than summer stuff. But I actually think it might be okay. We'll see. But we're gonna give it a go. Hello, it's 3:34 and I'm more or less done. I do still need to put away the summer stuff, but I want to do that in my own time. And I've put away everything wintry and it's fit very nicely, which is great. The only thing I'm trying to decide now is I have 2 different case sizes and I'm just trying to decide which one I want to take with me to Australia. So I'm going to look up what my restrictions are and try and think of something that way. But I think I'm going to stop filming for now. I'm really pleased with what I've accomplished and I think I will accomplish everything else, in the next, well, certainly by the end of Shabbat. But I just feel a bit exhausted now. And I've also realised I haven't eaten very much. So I should probably have some food and just give myself a moment. If there's anything else to report before Shabbat, obviously I will. And even if it's during Shabbat, I'll let you know tomorrow night. Okay, I feel good though. I'm glad I've done what I've done. It feels really good. Hi, it is 5:10, so Shabbat's literally about to come in, but I have actually finished all the summer stuff, which is amazing. So over here we've got tops and trousers, and then down here we've got all my jumpers. And then in this thing, I've got my pajamas and swimwear and my work clothes. This is still my running stuff. That was always that way. And then we've got all my summer dresses back. I didn't realize quite how many I had, and it makes me very, very happy to have plenty of these back. And then also some hanging tops as well. But yay, I'm very excited. I am going to leave it here though for today, but hopefully I will chat to you tomorrow night. Hello, I didn't end up chatting to you yesterday, but I did complete the whole switch over, which is great. And it feels nice to be wearing like different clothes now, it's fun. Also, I made a sale on Vinted again, which is great, and I'm going to try and post that tomorrow. And it's funny because I'm very happy, but I'm also sad to be saying goodbye to the clothes. But it's a good thing. It is a good thing. I now need to go for a run. I have absolutely no motivation to. I have already got myself as dressed as possible for it. So I should be able to just leave the house and go. I think the biggest thing that's holding me back right now is just I really don't want to bump into anyone I know. And I know a lot of people locally, but I also definitely can't be bothered going somewhere else. So I'll just go and see what I can manage, even if it's 3 kilometers. I just need to get out, I think, and once I'm out, I'll be okay. I had said to myself it would be great if I could do 7, but the more I think about it, the less likely I think it is. But we'll see what happens. Again, the main goal is just to get out there and do a minimum of 3. Work was pretty good, but then just as I was about to leave, like literally in the 5 to 10 minutes before, something happened and I had to make a phone call, and it's just left me feeling really ugh. Like it wasn't a good phone call, and I knew I had to leave, so I can't even resolve it myself, and then I'm not working again until Wednesday at this job. I have left a voicemail or like a voice note for one of my colleagues to try and deal with it, but I don't have a good feeling about it at all, and I don't like that. But anyway, let me change the top half of me, and then I'm gonna go and I will speak to you when I get back. I am really looking forward to the shower when I get back. That's what I'm like working towards, but I just don't want to go. But we're gonna try. I think we're gonna try to go with an audiobook today. We'll see how that fares as well. One thing I also forgot to mention just now in regards to running, my back since yesterday, my back is always bad, as I've mentioned before, but oh my goodness, it is so sore, it is so tight. I've tried different stretches, not very many, but I've tried a few, and nothing that usually works is working. And I don't know if running is going to make it better or worse. I suspect worse, considering how my last few runs have been and my back in relation to it. But we're just going to do our best and see what happens. It is 1:30 now, is that right? Yeah, I'm going to warm up quickly and then I'm going to go, and I'll hopefully be back latest 2:30, although realistically probably a bit earlier, probably closer to like 10 past 2, 2:15, but we'll see. It also depends a little bit how much time I spend warming up. Let's go. I've just reached 5 kilometers. I feel a bit sick, but I do think I'm just under 2 kilometers away from home, so hopefully I'll still get to 7, but I might just need to walk the rest. Hello, I've just come back. It's exactly 2:30. I did leave slightly later than I wanted to, just because my colleague did have some more questions, so they called me. But my run, in the end, I haven't looked at all the details. It wasn't fully running, but it was 53 minutes in the end. So I'm really pleased that I was out for that long. But I do want to catch my breath, stretch. My back is so sore, and my legs are heavy as well. Anyway, I'll talk about it all later on. I need to... First. Hello, I am back. I've had such a chill, nice afternoon, evening. It has been so lovely and perfect. When I got home, I stretched quite a bit, and then I had some lunch, and then I had a shower, and then obviously washed my hair as well, which is so nice. And then I didn't have very much more I felt I needed to do, so I watched YouTube. I had a watch later list of about 50 videos at like on Thursday or Friday, and I'm now down to like 36, I think. And some of them are really long. So I'm very glad to have been working my way through that. That's definitely because of the Winter Olympics. And obviously, like, it's not a bad thing, but it's nice to have got through some of that. I've also been able to film a proper De Hopefuls video, which I'm very rarely able to do, so I'm very glad that was done. Oh, and it was just like the perfect weather as well. Like it was a little bit chilly, so I had a cup of tea and I've got my dressing gown on and I'm like under the covers, but not freezing, so I don't need to put the heating on. Just like really comfortable and cozy, and I'm so happy about it. I do think I'm gonna have a stroopwafel now. It's 6 o'clock, like I could have supper now, but that's way too early for me. I'll probably have supper around like 8, 9 o'clock. I won't wait for Wayne tonight though, because he'll be home at like 11. But I just feel in such a good place. And I've been reading quite a lot today as well. I started Atmosphere because it became available in my library, which is great. So I started that while I was at work, but I'm like 2 chapters in. And then I started The Secret History, I think it's called, by Donna Tartt, on my way to work. And I mean, it's a short walk, so I didn't get very far in. But then I did end up listening to it for the entirety of my run, which, as I say, was about 50 minutes. So that's great. Although I don't feel like I'm fully getting all of it. I don't know if it's the language or if it's just me like struggling to engage with it. But we'll see how we go. I'm like 2.5 hours in now, and yeah, I'm not fully, I don't really know what's going on, but we'll see. We shall see. We've got time. It's like a 20-something hour book. So yeah, overall, feeling good. The only thing I haven't done yet is film my February favourites. But that's usually, I like to wait for my hair to dry. And that's literally the only reason why. But I'll try and do it. Oh, I don't think I'll have time tomorrow. That's okay. I don't think it's going up until like the 3rd week of March. So I should have some time at some point. I do very quickly want to have a look and talk through the run. It did feel good to run. And actually the weather outside was so nice. I couldn't get my zip up to zip, so I just left it at home, which at first I was like, oh, is this going to be a bit risky? And when I started running, it didn't feel cold, but there was a wind, and it was quite strong, and I felt like my arms were a little bit chilly from that, but actually like I was fine, and I warmed up obviously, and I was fine without it. And like the temperature was actually really nice because it wasn't freezing and it wasn't too hot, but you did have this light breeze to like help balance a little bit, and it wasn't too windy either that you were like resisting against it. So that was good. I did find, I can't remember, I don't think I was tired, but I did feel like my whole lower area, as in like my stomach and my lower back, was so sore. And like it really felt like gravity was not helping with it. It felt like it was all being squished. So luckily I didn't let that stop me, and I did just fight through, and it was a fight. But I did keep going. So I was just like very uncomfortable for a lot of the run. I really felt like I was fighting for every kilometer. Like I was like, we just got to get started, get to 1. And then it was like, okay, we can get to 2 now. And then it was 3. And then it was like really going to try and get to 4. And then when I got to 4, I was like, come on, we can push to 5. And like by that point, well, early on, I knew 5 was going to be my limit, and like at which point I would have to stop. But then between 5 and 6 I did a tiny bit of running, maybe 200-300 meters, and then between 6 and 7 I did at least 500 meters, and then a little bit more towards the end, like really fast. So I did like, I didn't fully walk those last 2 kilometers, which I really thought I was going to have to. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, it wasn't the best, but I did it, and I haven't run in like 2 weeks, so I'll take it. Also, after I got home and like did my stretches and everything, cooled down, my back did feel slightly better. It's still uncomfortable, but it did feel better than it did before the run, so that's worth something. So just having a quick look, I did 706 kilometers at a tempo of 7:24, with my total movement time being 52 minutes and 15 seconds. Like 7:24 when I walked a lot of the last 2 kilometers feels pretty good. Oh my gosh, there's so much like extra information here, which I'm sure is like good, but it's like the Strava Plus stuff, and I think it's trying to advertise to me to get the Strava, and I don't want that. I mean, I do, but I don't want to pay for it. My average paces were actually like really consistent. I did 6:31 for the first, that's quick actually, 7:09 for the second, 7:11, 7:17, 7:09, and then 6th was the one where I did the most amount of walking, and that was 8:55. But then kilometer 7 was still 7:45, so like still pretty good. There's the graph for today. I don't know why there's like all these dips, but whatever. I know I was consistent all across here, and then obviously here is where it goes all over the place. But look, I am so glad I did that, just to get out of the house and move and, still do 5 kilometers without stopping. Like, that to me is major. Like, I know it's become such a normal thing, normalized in the running community, and everyone kind of expects you just to be able to do a 5K, but like, it's a lot. And I'm gonna make a whole like running tips video, because I have so many thoughts, especially now that I am running sort of round 2, or round 3 technically. But I really feel very strongly that runners need to not undermine what they're doing, and to celebrate even what others might consider the small things. I think even a 3 kilometer, like if you are getting out of the house and running, that is a win. And then if you are completing a 5K without stopping when you haven't run for 2 weeks, that is a win. Like there are so many small wins, and I think that's the only way I can enjoy running. It's by celebrating those wins. So, you know, and we still got to 7, so we're still building technically on the mileage. And so next week we might try for 8, we might try and do 6 without stopping. I don't know, we'll see. The point is, we're proving to ourselves that our brains are stronger than our muscles. Is that right? No, our muscles are stronger than our brains, and you can go further than you believe, and you just gotta push, but you also gotta know when to stop. Anyway, I'm gonna have my stroopwafel now, and watch a bit more YouTube. Actually, I've edited a video, so I want to check that because it's just saved, and I need to edit my De Hopefuls video and upload that. So got some things to keep me going for this evening, but also some leisure time, which is lovely. It's so nice to have leisure time, especially when this is going to be another busy week. Okay, bye. Hello, I think I'm gonna just close up the vlog here. I don't actually know, this might be too long for a vlog, but I feel like everything's grouped together, so it doesn't really make sense for me to split it any earlier. So if this is very long, I'm very sorry, but this is going to be the end of it, and I will see you all. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll see you soon. Bye!